Daddy, why do you look lonely when you're trying not to? That's what my 8-year-old said to me on a Saturday morning. And I wish I could tell you I laughed. I didn't. Because she wasn't wrong. At 36 years old, I wasn't bad at dating. I was scared of it. Scared of being seen. Scared of being rejected. Scared of losing again. But I didn't realize that. Until my daughter called me cardboard. Mateo Ortiz wasn't broken. He paid his bills on time. Packed lunches with handwritten notes. Showed up to every soccer game. Made pancakes every Sunday morning. He and his ex-wife hadn't exploded. They had simply drifted. No betrayal. No shouting. Just two people who woke up one day and realized they weren't building in the same direction anymore. After the divorce, Mateo did what good men do. He stabilized. He became dependable. He became careful. Careful with money. Careful with time. Careful with hope. He told himself he was focused on his daughter. And he was. But if he was honest, it hurt less to stay guarded than to risk losing again. 12 first dates in 2 years. 0 second dates. Not because the women were wrong. Because he never fully showed up. You can't be rejected for who you are. If you never actually reveal who you are. It happened on a quiet Saturday morning. Laptop open. Dating app glowing. Mateo scrolling with the expression of a man reviewing a warranty agreement. Maya sat across from him with a bowl of cereal. She watched him for a long time. Then she said softly, "Daddy, why do you look lonely when you're trying not to?"
Why do you look lonely when you're trying
He
not
looked
to?
up.
I don't look lonely.
"I don't look lonely. You blink a lot," she said. "And your smile doesn't reach your eyes." He closed the laptop slowly. She studied him carefully. "When you laugh with Uncle Robbie, your eyes get crinkly," she continued. "When you talk to girls on there, you look like you're about to apologize." He tried to brush it off. She didn't. Then she pointed at his profile picture. "This one is bad." He glanced down. "You look like you're trying to hold something in." He didn't realize until that moment. He was. Children don't understand divorce the way adults do. But they understand absence. They understand when someone laughs less. They understand when the house is quieter in a way that isn't peaceful. Maya put her spoon down. "You don't laugh like you used to," she said. "I miss that laugh." That one landed. Because she wasn't talking about dating apps. She was talking about him. They took a new photo in the backyard that afternoon. No posing. No forced confidence. No tightened jaw. The dog jumped up mid-laugh and nearly knocked him over. For a split second, Mateo forgot to manage himself. When Maya showed him the picture, he stared at it longer than he meant to. He didn't look composed. He didn't look strategic. He looked open. And that unsettled him. Because open meant possible. Possible meant risk. "That one," Maya said softly. "That's you." After she went to bed that night, Mateo sat alone at the kitchen table. The house was quiet in the way it always was after 8:30. He reopened the app. Scrolled. Paused. Felt the familiar instinct to tighten up. To sound polished. To be safe. Then he looked at the new photo. At the unguarded laugh. And something uncomfortable clicked into place. It wasn't that he was bad at dating. He was afraid of being seen. And afraid of being seen is just another way of being afraid of being hurt. He exhaled slowly. It wasn't that he stopped being afraid. He just decided fear didn't get the first vote anymore. And that was new. That's when he saw her. Claire. Pediatric occupational therapist. Recently moved back to Austin. Profile line, looking for someone real. The word real caught him. Not impressive. Not perfect. Real. He almost scrolled past. Almost defaulted to the careful version of himself. But instead of crafting something structured and polished, he typed. Relocating for tacos is bold. Did they live up to expectations? He didn't edit it 3 times. He didn't add qualifiers. He just sent it. And when he put his phone down, he noticed something small but powerful. He wasn't bracing for rejection. He was hoping. For the first time in a long time. That felt brave. She replied 11 minutes later. They talked for 2 hours. He didn't perform. He didn't list qualities. He didn't rehearse. He was curious. And he felt something unfamiliar. Relief. They met for coffee that Saturday. 5 minutes early. Claire walked in smiling. You look less serious in person, she said. He laughed. The crinkly laugh. The one Maya missed. They talked about rebuilding. About starting over in your 30s. About how strange it feels to lose a version of your future and build a new one. At one point she asked gently. Are you always this careful? He paused. He could have deflected. Instead, he told the truth. After you build a life with someone and it disappears, you learn to hold parts of yourself back. She didn't rush to fill the silence. She just nodded. Then she said softly. You don't have to hold them back with me. It wasn't dramatic. It was steady. And something inside him unclenched. When he picked Maya up that afternoon, she studied his face the way only children can. How was it? Good, he said. Not cardboard? He shook his head. She smiled. Good. Why do you care so much? She thought about that for a moment. Because I like you better when you're happy. That was all. He bought her ice cream on the way home. Second date. Third date. Not rushed. Not cinematic. Just real. 2 months later, Claire met Maya at the park. No pressure. No speeches. Just 3 people and a golden retriever under the Texas sun. Later that night, Maya said. She seems real. Mateo slept deeper that night than he had in years. A year later, sitting on the back porch while evening light stretched gold across the yard, Mateo told Claire everything. About the failed dates. About the fear. About cardboard. Claire listened quietly. When he finished, she reached for his hand. Do you know what I love about you? She asked. He shook his head. You're brave enough to try again, she said. Even when it scares you. He had thought he was being cautious. But maybe courage doesn't look loud. Maybe it looks like showing up when it would be easier to stay guarded. Inside the house, Maya's laughter drifted through the open window. Bright. Unafraid. Mateo squeezed Claire's hand. For the first time since the divorce. He wasn't bracing for loss. He wasn't calculating risk. He wasn't protecting himself from impact. He was just there. And it didn't feel dangerous. It felt like home. Maya didn't fix his love life. She reminded him that love isn't something you manage. It's something you risk. And sometimes, the bravest thing a heart can do is open again. If this moved you even a little, comment, crinkly eyes. And if you've been careful for too long, maybe tonight is the night you try again. Subscribe for more stories about second chances. Disclaimer. This story is fictional and created for entertainment purposes with the help of AI. Any resemblance to real people or events is purely coincidental. Please make thoughtful decisions in your own life. This story is not professional advice.